Okay, time to burn up again. I've been told that looks like a wine bottle. Does it look like a wine bottle? Because that's interesting if it does. Anyways, have you heard the advice, if you want to become a content creator, you need to post consistently? But what does that even mean? And how do you get started with consistency? In today's video, let's walk through 3 steps that'll get you started being that content creator. There's a bug. My name is Claire Miller, and I have just started my journey on becoming a YouTube content creator full-time for myself, rather than just helping my clients achieve their goals on YouTube. Doggy break. Also part of the reason why I want to be a content creator. I can dress like this all day. Although if I known the sun was going to come out, I would have chosen differently. Yeah, that's for sure. If you want to start creating content, or you just want to follow along on the journey of actually monetizing a YouTube channel in today's world, subscribe, like, let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Oh, well, since I didn't stop recording. Cool down for a second in the shade, and then we'll get back to recording. Let's do it. Ooh, I should have looked at this before. Okay. My computer's gonna get warm fast. Before I got to this step of creating the content calendar and content to post for the next month, I will say there is some pre-work I did to make this step 1,000 times easier. Those few things that I did were write down my goal and why I'm currently creating content for the next month. The second thing I made sure to define was my ideal client avatar, and I used an equation that I love and I'll leave in the description below. And the last thing I wrote down were my content pillars. I find once you accomplish those 3 tasks, you're really able to create a calendar efficiently and follow through on actually posting that content consistently. First step, creating my schedule. How often I want to post and the type of content that I want to post. Before we get to the posting schedules, 1, a disclaimer, 2, some vocab so we can all be on the same page. Disclaimer: content schedules should be made with consideration to your lifestyle and your daily and weekly schedule. If you do not take those in consideration, whatever schedule you build won't be maintainable and you will not be consistent at it. This is only 1/2 of your schedule as a content creator. You really need to consider your lifestyle half as well, to make sure that they balance each other out, support each other, and help you avoid that burnout that creators are always talking about. That's going in my idea book. 4 words, just so we kind of know what we're talking about. These posting schedules I'm about to share with you and my goals in general are around trying to grow your YouTube and your Instagram platforms that work together and support each other and achieve your monetization goals. Because each platform likes to call things a different name, like Reels on Instagram versus Shorts on YouTube, let's just define a few things and your content definitions within that, which is, we're not going to get into that little rabbit hole right now. What we're going to talk about is words you're going to hear me throw around in this posting schedules we're about to go over. Simple content is original content. Niche video, journal video. A simple piece of content is something that you can make very easily. At least one of the 2 main components within the content, the caption or the media, needs to be extremely simple. That's why we're calling it simple content. Something that is not a huge lift. Either you already have the footage, you're going to keep the caption really simple, or it's a trend you're hopping on and won't take you long to create, because there are some trends, don't get me started, that take forever to create. Days, weeks. The reason for the simple content is to balance out the time it takes to create the original content. Original content is going to be original to you. It is going to be a little bit of a heavier lift, take a little bit more time, whether it's in the planning phase, the filming phase, or the post phase, which is like the writing and all that stuff. It will take more time, which is why you, again, want to balance it out with the simple content. Last 2 pieces of vocabulary, we're going to talk about 2 different types of YouTube videos. One is going to be the weekly niche video you think about, which is the video you're making to talk to the audience you're trying to reach. For me, that's content creators. So every Thursday I post a video, content clarity, one of the videos you're watching right now. The second type of YouTube video that we're talking about in these schedules, some of them, a second YouTube video. It can be a second niche video. It can be a second random video that just connects with someone, like a vlog, Or for me, it's a journal video. When you hear me say YouTube journal video, it's journal, second video that is going to be a smaller lift. It shouldn't take you as much to make it. Like with this video, I've changed locations twice. I have done a different shot overhead. I created graphics. That takes a lot more. For my monetization journal video that I post on Sunday, which is the example of my second video, my journal video, that one I film, edit, and post all in the same day. There's a formula that is just repeatable, and I'm trying to keep those videos very short and to the point. These videos are where I'm going to ramble and expand upon whatever thoughts I have during those videos. So there's the 4 pieces of vocab and the disclaimer. Now let's get to the posting schedule, and that's probably going to be the longest clip of recording this entire video. First posting schedule we're going to go over is my current goal, which is to post consistently and gain the algorithm's trust. This is the schedule I suggest for anyone who just wants to start creating content, needs to take a step back on creating content and focus on some other business goals. The schedule I'd consider baseline for becoming a content creator. Even with all of the trends and changes and things that happen on all these different social platforms, if you're focusing on building your Instagram and your YouTube channel, this is the best schedule and follow from the beginning. The first example of a posting schedule we will be going over is the goal of prioritizing consistency in gaining the algorithm's trust. This is my current goal. Sometimes writing with bracelets on is not easy. 3 simple reels / short videos, 1 niche specific YouTube, and then 3 to 5 daily story posts. I'm going to throw in a bonus that I am currently doing and is not necessary. 1 YouTube journal series each week. So those are the goals. Here's what they look like in a calendar form. I am going to keep to just a pattern because my main goal is to gain the algorithm's trust. If I want to gain the algorithm's trust, I need to let it know when I'm going to post. Boom. I think that works pretty well for that one because then I've got the overhead and I talked through that. So now let's go on to a different example. One that is a posting schedule if you're trying to create authority through consistent educational posts. If you're really trying to become a leader in your realm of the social media world, whatever niche that is, this is a schedule that I would follow to create that authority and provide valuable content for your audience. Weekly goals of this posting schedule are to do 2 to 3 original, say it slowly or I'll start writing the next word, short videos. Sprinkle in 1 simple reel. On top of that, we're going to do 1 niche specific YouTube video. One of the best ways to establish authority will be through 3 to 5 daily story posts for your audience to really connect with you. So how do you take all of those goals and put them into a week's posting format? I'm going to switch it off every other day for my original shorts. And then what I'm going to do is to make a simple short for the weekend. A lot of creators will also say this is trying to create a deeper connection with your audience, which it really does. The final posting schedule we're going to go over is probably the most overwhelming, but its goal is to really expand your reach, grow your audience. It's probably the best schedule to help you go viral if that's something you're wanting to do. But again, it's overwhelming. I would not go into this posting schedule without planning, batch creating, and being ready to work. The outline of this schedule is to really post every single day. You're not just trying to gain the algorithm's trust. You're trying to make the algorithm fall in love with you. I'm going to just have to make a whole nother video about this content schedule. The schedule is a lot. I need you to be prepared for that. But also realize that we're going to talk about it later because I have to. It's just going to be fun. So let's get into it. The goal of this one is to expand your reach and grow your audience. The weekly goals of this one are to really make the algorithm love you. So how do you do that? We're going to do 3 original reels, 2 simple reels, 1 niche specific YouTube, 3 to 5 daily story posts. I highly encourage doing 1 YouTube journal series. This one can be about doing all of these posts, and it's honestly what I would do it about. So how does that look in the week? You will see I'm a consistent person. We'll do an Ridge short, a simple short. I really just do YouTube in lowercase. I do that in the other one. Totally wrote YouTube in lowercase on both of those, and that is not okay. That's annoying. This is that schedule. Boom, boom. Those are 3 different posting examples for Instagram and YouTube combined to support each other. Take any of those and manipulate them to work best for your goals and your schedule and what you can actually achieve. Remember, all of this is a baseline and a starting point, and you really have to take into consideration your lifestyle and what you're able to accomplish. All right, we're getting this done. Filming even when you're just getting over being sick. Woo! After you've created your schedule, the next step is to fill it in with ideas. Before you get overwhelmed and thinking you have to make an entire month of content right now, this is what I really like to do. Fill out a month's worth of content with my ideas. Focus on the top priority, which is the following 2 weeks. Allow for some flexibility for trends or other ideas to pop up throughout this time. And the hardest tip to accept is realize that none of this usually goes to plan. Just be ready for it to change. And that is a hard one to accept. Trust me, that was the hardest one for me to accept. So it works out in the end, and that's what's important. This is where having your ICA and content pillars figured out really helps. Use those to come up with ideas. Also think about your audience's dreams, hopes, desires, challenges, fears, and common mistakes, or frequently asked questions. Use any of those prompts to come up with as many ideas as you possibly can. And if you're an AI user, use the prompt I left in the description to have the AI of your choice come up with tons of ideas for you to expand upon. Now we're on to the final step, prioritizing. Taking a moment to organize every little task that comes with creating content, especially for 2 different platforms, is going to be so useful in the long run, especially in the beginning when you're trying to figure out your schedule and how best to accomplish all of these tasks, especially if you're a solo creator. I don't like how many times you use especially, but that's okay. I have tried to explain how to prioritize a content task to-do list so many times my brain hurts. I'm trying to explain it for each individual person or client or audience member that might be watching this, and that's impossible. So instead of trying to do that, I'm going to walk you through my process and hope that that steers you in a direction or gives you ideas about how best to prioritize your task list. We're just going to do that with a voiceover on the webcam recording, and we'll figure that out. Well, that's like tomorrow's task. But we figured out the tech, because that took a second. This really shouldn't take too long, which is good because content creation can be time consuming. First thing I'm going to do is take the biggest tasks and the hardest tasks and break them down and make a game plan about how I'm going to accomplish those. For me, those are my YouTube videos. I've highlighted those in red, and then the pink is going to be the shorts or reels videos that I need to create as well. If you noticed, my schedule that we went over earlier is in here. What I'm not planning on here is my stories. I plan those a very different way. To do all that planning in this document would not go well. Let's start prioritizing my tasks. The first thing to do is write what the list is for. It's content to do list. I want to break down the biggest tasks, which are going to be my YouTube videos. Now, I'm only going to try to plan these first 2 videos. That is going in a million directions. I want to start walking through the next step, which is how to actually accomplish and do all these tasks. But that's not what this video is for. This video is for scheduling and planning out your content, which is what we're trying to just do, is prioritize it. We're on the last step. We're almost there. Next video. For the monetization goals video, there's quite a few things I need to do. And I'm going to just write them down. Same thing goes for the channel trailer. A few of the tasks are a little bit different, but those are all the things I need to do. So those are the checklists I need to do for the first 2 weeks. And to be honest with you, these checklists are really repeatable for every YouTube video that I need to do. But for this content to-do list, I'm going to focus on the first 2 videos I have to make. One thing I would do here, if it was in my content plan, to look at anything that I might need to get now. If I was doing a travel vlog or a different video that required me to get some footage now and later, I would make a note that I need to film that now so that I don't miss out on that shot and have to push that video back. That has happened before. So, lessons you learn. This little piece of prioritizing I want to show you, because it really isn't part of planning or prioritizing. It's more for making the content, which we said is going to be a different video. Focus. I do think this is important though, which is why I want to show it. This little checklist that I've created for creating shorts and reels. These are the tasks you need to complete for each reel or short form video that you're going to make. If you think about it, one of these lists goes to each pink little square to be done. And I like to have a checklist like this because I like to batch create my content, which we will talk about in a different video. My goal by showing you how I prioritize my task list is to help you get ideas on how to prioritize your task list based on your schedule, what you like doing, and what you dislike doing. You'll hear me talk about eating the frog. That's a big one in my book. I'd love to know in the comments if this helped you or if you have a tip you'd like to add as well. And I will see you next Thursday. We'll just put bloopers at the end again. I think that's fun. Also, I'm going to show my perspective from here because my sister. Yeah, changing up. We'll change it up. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So.